Boy, Islam Makhachev is back. Khabib is back. Drew Dober, man. I know you guys are waiting for the heir apparent to Khabib. Drew Dober is for real. And I think people have forgotten because he hasn't been very active. This is a really tough fight for Islam.
Very
How
tough fight.
confident are you guys?
It's a very tough fight for Islam. I haven't really been in Islam's camp, spoken to him a couple times. Dude seems ready to go, man. Islam is, if Islam can put together what he does in the training room, in actual competition, nobody will beat him. He's that good. He really is that good a fighter. And I'm hoping on Saturday he can really show his true self. He's had some tough fights, and Islam has constantly shown improvement in the octagon. But this is a big spot for him. Drew Dober is a beast, and I've seen him compete lately, and he seems to be getting better. But boy, that's a big, big spot for both young fighters. But I got to go with my boy Islam.
I will just say I think Drew Dober is not getting the respect that he deserves from the odds maker. The odds makers. This one opened up as Dober being a plus 330. Now he's around like a plus 270 or whatnot. This is a tough fight. I feel like this is more of a pick 'em. Am I
But
crazy?
I no, well, no, I don't think it's a pick 'em fight. I think
Oh, geez.
when you look at the styles and Islam's ability to take him down and control him on the ground, it's hard to call it a pick 'em fight. But Drew Dober is live, right? Drew Dober is a live dog. But man, Makachev possesses great striking, great grappling and wrestling, and he's just great cardio. So um, I believe that the odds, while they may have been a little high to the blind eye, are probably in the right vicinity.
And I'm very high on Islam, and I think he could be a future champ. All I'm saying is,
Yeah,
Dober's won 6 of 7. The only loss in that stretch was against Beneil Dariush, who's
and
looked amazing as of late.
yeah,
So this is a really good. I love this fight. I am also very intrigued by the return of Dominick Reyes. First time since 2014, DC, that
Cruz,
Dominick
Cruz.
Cruz. What I say, Reyes? First
Yeah,
time since 2014 that Dominick Cruz fighting in a non-title fight. First time since 2014 that Dominick Cruz is fighting on the prelims. It was against Kei Mizugaki back in the day that he fought on the prelims in a non-title fight. And here he is fighting a young man named Casey Kenney, who's won 3 in a row. Everything to lose in this fight for Dominick Cruz. Not a lot to gain, because I think the casual fan would be like, oh, Dominick Cruz, of course he's going to beat Casey Kenney. We're going to learn a lot about where he's at in his career on Saturday, in my opinion.
absolutely. He goes through Casey Kenney and beats him in the way that we've seen Dom beat up and coming guys before. Then you go, oh, okay, Dom's still who he is. But if he goes and he struggles, or if by chance he loses to Casey Kenney, um, you start to question what is next for Dominick Cruz. Dominick Cruz is smart. He's a great commentator. He's got a great mind for fighting. So there are a ton of opportunities out there. But this is one of those spots that you watch a man go into, and you know that he's at a crossroads. And I know people will say, oh, Dominick Cruz, he's like 36, maybe 37 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But man, there's a little bit of a difference in 37 and being a champion for 10 years like he was prior to just kind of fighting. This guy has motivation at a level that a lot of people don't have or aspire, or dreams that he aspires to reach that a lot of people never could even imagine. So, him losing a fight like this weekend won't sit well with Dami. He will do some soul searching if it doesn't work out his way, but I have confidence in Cruz.
When Dominick Cruz won the UFC title, Casey Kenney wasn't even fighting pro yet. When he won the WC title, I mean, he was nowhere near fighting pro. I mean, this guy has been around. He has overcome so much in terms of setbacks and injuries, fighting on the prelims. I love his attitude about fighting on the prelims. Who cares? He says everyone's all worked up about this. More people are going to see me. I don't get paid more fighting on the first fight of the pay-per-view or the last fight of the prelims. I do want to ask you very quickly about him saying he's going to ask the Nevada Athletic Commission to not have Keith Peterson as his referee. Now, we don't know if Keith is assigned to this card, but we've seen this before. Brock Lesnar famously said he didn't want Mazzagatti refereeing his fights. Did you ever face something like this where you felt uncomfortable with a referee in there? And did you ever ask the commission not to have a referee in there?
That's a horrible question to ask me because,
What?
because there was a time, and then it's like you look at it and it's like, oh, he's on this dude. Then I got to see this dude.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like terrible, But like, I
Dom
thought after
doesn't seem to mind, by the way.
who
Dom doesn't seem to
Dom
mind.
does not care. Dom don't care. Dom says some crazy stuff about Keith Peterson. He says some crazy stuff about Keith Peterson. He's the man. He's crazy. But I remember the first time I fought Jones. He was hooking my glove and like grabbing, like reaching inside my glove and stuff
Yeah.
really quick. And I was like really upset about it. And I was really upset it hurt. And I before the second fight, I was like, yo, I don't really want to have him officiate again because he was seeing these things and wasn't saying nothing. So um,
Did
I did it one time.
but was Herb in there for that one? For the
The first
second?
fight, yes. First fight.
What about the second?
I think it was John McCarthy.
Oh, so they listened to you.
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
It
wow.
was John McCarthy. Yeah,
Okay.
because the first time I just did that, it was like I was like, yo, he's grabbed my glove. We're in the clinch, like it very veteran move.
Sure.
Because at times I used to do like when Frank Mir, I thought it worked to my advantage. And I think Herb was refereeing, but when I was fighting Frank Mir, I would lift him with the hook and I would grab the top of the cage.
Oh my
and
gosh.
keep him in place. But nobody said nothing. They just kept letting me do it. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna grab it again. So it was like, but then when he was, we were in close, we were hugging because we hugged a lot the first fight. He would reach inside my my wristband,
Oh my.
kind of pull my glove, so I couldn't get my arm back. And I was like,
Wow.
grab my glove. It's like, but nothing's
That's
wrong
a
with
savvy
that.
move.
It's very savvy, right? Like it's a very savvy move. Like, hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Hey, that thing with Frank Mir, like when you were holding down, that's the only time in your career like you were holding on to something for leverage, right?
That's the only time I've ever held anything. Well, I was like, I would go up like this, and my hand would happen to touch the top. And then when the ref would switch to the other side to catch me, I would just put the other hand, just switch the arm.
That is savvy too.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.